here we go. I feel like I'm oily. Yo, please let my audio be straight. Sticking me. All right, so I know in the last couple of videos I've done about my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, I've gotten a few questions about my setup. So in this video, I will be answering those and letting you know what is on my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. And in addition to talking about the layout, I'm gonna also let you know what case I'm rocking. So let's talk. Okay, so before we jump into the layout, and I'm gonna have everything, you know, listed down below in the description box as well so you can refer to it. But the case that I'm rocking up here is actually from SPIGEN. Now, if you've been following my channel and you saw my unboxing video, you know at that time I was really focused on the silicone fit option they have. But this particular time I have their Neo Hybrid, which I have truly been enjoying because I really like the textured back. It gives me a really nice grip in hand. I love the colorway, you know, with this little burgundy on top of this gold. The cutouts are great. They're not stiff to the touch, so I'm able to push my buttons without, you know, having to gorilla grip it to do so. And I feel like my phone is protected with it on it. So this has been the case that I've been rocking the most on it, you know, as of late. But it's not the only case that I'm using because I also like this option here, which is the SPIGEN Ultra Hybrid. And it's pretty evident why anyone would like this one. It has that clear translucent design so you can maintain, you know, the natural color of your phone with it. And just like the Neo Hybrid, I don't have any, you know, issues accessing my buttons or anything like that. And it just overall adds a really nice look to things. Like the S10 already looks good, it's just accents it. So yeah, in short, those are the cases that I'm rocking. And big, am I shaking the camera? I feel like I am. I don't know. So yeah, in short, big thank you to SPIGEN for sponsoring this video as well as hooking me up with some protection options for my S10 Plus because as much as I like rocking it without a case, it's a little risky. So we gotta stay safe. That kind of rhymes. Okay, first thing I'm gonna talk about here is my wallpaper. And I do wanna let you know that this wallpaper was not designed for the, you know, sensors like some of the wallpapers that are adaptive to it. I don't believe it was, but it does. But I got this wallpaper from AMOLED Walls. I actually recently, you know, featured this particular app in one of my top 5 Android app videos. I'm gonna link that down below and within this video, shameless plug. So yeah, you can check it out if you wanna learn more about the app, but it's been my go-to as of late for my wallpapers, especially having this AMOLED beautiful screen. And I used the KWGT widget for my clock as well as my weather. So it's 2 separate widgets. And I just kind of customized it to look the way that I wanted in terms of positioning as well as the information that's being displayed. I finagled a few things and I don't remember the exact names of the widgets, but you know I'm gonna annotate it in the video, so you're probably looking at it now. Now, me personally, I like a very clean, minimal design that's easy to navigate amongst. So what I have are just a few of my favorite apps down here at the bottom. So, you know what? I might just shift over to the side a little bit and throw up a screenshot over here of my screen that I'm talking about so that you can better follow along with what I'm saying. So first up, I have Instagram. That's pretty much where I'm the most active outside of YouTube. You can feel free to follow me up there and not only get updates about what's going on with the channel, but also what I'm up to, because sometimes I'll take you along on trips or what I'm doing in general. And next to that, I have Notebook, and this is pretty much where I go and I jot down different key points for my videos of things that I want to talk about, in addition to important documents or ideas that I have for the channel or videos. Like, this is a dump zone for various thoughts, ideas, and all of that stuff. And I really like it because it synchronizes between my Android device here and my iPhone. And on top of that, I like the layout. If you look at it, it looks a lot like Google Keep. You have the option to add a checklist. You can take photos and add them in there. And sometimes when I have documents in other applications, I will actually import the document in there. So then I have the Play Store settings, Keep Notes. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even know why I have Keep Notes here. I probably should have cleaned this up before I did the video because Notebook and Keep Notes are so similar. I don't really go in there that much. I'm gonna just be honest, I primarily go into Notebook, so I'm gonna be making some revisions after this video. Then next to that, I have Newton. That's what I use for my emails. So I like Newton because it gives me access to all of my email accounts with one sign-in. So I sign into my Newton account and then all of my email accounts are added. Another unique feature that I like about it is read receipts. So you can actually get the read status for every email in which you send and also get notified as soon as because the email is read. I also like the fact that I can send the email later, so maybe if I'm working really late at night and I want the email to be sent first thing in the morning instead, I can do that. And one-click unsubscribe is a lifesaver, because when you get those stupid spam emails of things that you don't even remember signing up for, you can just click unsubscribe and it'll do the rest for you, so you don't have to hunt for that option within the email to unsubscribe from that mailing list that you never signed up for anyway. Now, moving out of Newton, we have Apple Music. I know, the irony, right? Yes, Apple Music is my music streaming service of choice. I was using Spotify, still use it, and occasionally use Pandora as well, but out of all three of those, Apple Music has been my go-to for the past couple of months now. Then I have my gallery so I can quickly access my photos, and YouTube because, hey, okay. Then I have YouTube Studio so I can stay on top of my comments when they're left and all the analytics and all that good stuff for my videos. If you're, an upcoming YouTuber, make sure you have YouTube Studio if you don't already, because that is just as important as having the YouTube app. And then in my dock, I have my phone app. Google Chrome is what I use to browse the web. Google Maps is what I use for navigation. My camera is just the stock camera app, nothing fancy. And then the stock messages app as well. I haven't downloaded an alternative, but if you have a suggestion of a messaging app that I should check out, drop it down below in the comment section because I'm open. And then on my second page, this is pretty much where I have all of my widgets. So at the very top, I have my to-do list, which is giving me my current task, and it actually integrates with iCloud. And I'm gonna tell you how I did that in a minute, or actually, I'll tell you now. So something that I use to make my iPhone and my Android device communicate better is I take advantage of two apps. I use Smooth Sync Cloud for contacts and Smooth Sync Cloud for calendar. And when you download, I think it's the calendar one, it also gets you to download their task app as well, so that then all of your iCloud contacts, calendar events, and your reminders app will then sync over to your Android device and vice versa. It is a lifesaver. So I have my task widget there so I can get a quick view of all the things that I need to do. And then beneath that, I have my app in the air widget. So if you fly a lot, or even if you don't, and you want to get your flight information at a glance, this app is the one to have. It's one I've been using for months and I love it. And it basically pulls all of your flight information from your email account into the app, but you can manually add things if you don't want to do that. So within that area, I can see the flight that I'm taking, where I'm going, when I need to check in, when it's boarding, when it's taking off, and even when it's landing, as well as the duration of the flight, all from this one widget. One of the things that I really like about it is that when I am up in the air and I want to find out information about my flight, I don't have to mess with the potential TV that might be on the back of the headrest. Instead, I can open the app and get information about my flight, like how much time I have remaining and all that good stuff. And then beneath that, I have my calendar widget. So this is just the stock calendar widget. I made the background translucent, and instead of having my month view, I have a week view so I can get my itinerary day to day for the week. Now, the apps that I have on my phone. So when I pull up my app drawer here, you'll see that I have my folders, and then I have all of my apps listed alphabetically. And I'm also running night mode, so I have that little dark background going on everywhere. App-wise, I'm not gonna go through every app I have up here, but you can see them. But folder-wise, I have my customization folder. In here is pretty much where I put my launchers and my wallpapers. And then I have my Google folder, which has, of course, the Google apps. My review folder, which is going to remain a secret right now because these are apps that I might potentially review on the channel that I'm currently testing out and things like that. And then I have my utilities folder. This is where I put things like the Smooth Sync apps. And then I have a folder as well for all of my widgets. So that goes in there. And next to my folders, I have 1Password. That's pretty much my password keeping app. I also have Amazon, of course. I love Amazon. And if you want to help the channel, I get a small kickback anytime you use the link down below in the description box. If you use that to shop on Amazon, it helps out the channel and I greatly appreciate it. Another app that I want to share with you all is Dark Sky. That's an app that I've shared on multiple occasions with you. If you want that hour-to-hour weather update, and also it'll give you rain alerts so you can know when to pack an umbrella. Another app I have up here is Dropless. So if you want to know when certain items, in the apparel department more specifically, will be released, you can come in here and find out. Me personally, I come in here for sneakers. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me unbox a few up there. I'm gonna be doing a sneaker haul. I know I asked you all if you wanted to see that a couple of months ago. It's still in the works, I haven't forgot you. I'm gonna be doing a video on that. I also like to use HUJI. This is a really cool app to give you a different kind of look for your photos. So it gives this kind of retro filter to your pictures when you capture them. Instacart is something that I recently downloaded. I haven't really played with it yet, but it appealed to me because you can basically grocery shop online. Then I have Lens Distortion. That's a really nice app when you want to add a little light flare to your photos. So maybe you didn't get it in camera when you captured it, but you could tell it would set the photo off if you could add one. This is the app to get to do that. So you have all these different light flares in which you can add. You can change the position, the opacity, and even the intensity of it, so it's worth checking out. And then when I want to take my photo editing a little bit further, I have Lightroom. So this is gonna give you the most probably editing options for your pictures, so you can adjust the curves, the saturation, the contrast, all that good stuff. Just fine tune it to your heart's desire. Now on the second page here, One Tracker. On iOS, I like to use deliveries. They don't have that on Android. So my solution has been One Tracker. This is where I go and I add my packages so that I can see, you know, their progress in getting to me. So that's been really handy for that, to get all that information at once. And then after that, I have Open Tables. So when I'm gonna go out to eat and I wanna make a reservation somewhere to ensure that I can get in without much of a wait, that is where I go. Now, alternative to Lightroom that I use for my photos is Snapseed. So this is gonna allow you to come in and add different filters, or you can choose tools and see all of these different effects and such that you can do. You can even change the position of someone's head so that it tilts a certain way. Just all these random different things that you can do in Lightroom and some that you cannot. Then I have my sneakers app. That is where I buy a lot of my Nike sneakers, honestly. It gives you exclusive access to sneakers that are currently out right now or will be out in the near future, and you can favorite them or have it notify you so that when they do drop, you can then be reminded to go ahead and pick them up. And it'll even save your shoe size, your shipping address, as well as the card that you want to use, so that when you do purchase an item, you don't have to re-enter all that stuff. And then this task app, that is what I was telling you about, that works in conjunction with Smooth Sync for your calendar and your contacts, because this is going to bring over your reminders from iCloud. So yeah, a pretty simple setup, but one that is functional for me. But I do hope that this video was helpful to you. Maybe I gave you some apps or ideas of how to customize your phone. That's gonna do it for this one. I got lots of information linked down below for you, so feel free to check that out. And if your question was still not answered, or you just wanna drop a comment in general, feel free to do that below as well. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.